Hello. In this episode, I am going to walk you through how to make the easiest and possibly most amount of sales in your entire career via your social media. What I'm about to share with you can be applied to just about any business, whether you are brand new or you've been in the game for a minute, and with any audience size. I'm also going to teach you how to use this strategy to easily make an extra $10K per month minimum with this strategy alone. You think what I'm saying is too good to be true? Think again. Let's go. Welcome to All In with Allie, the podcast for online business owners and entrepreneurs who are ready to create the life and business of their dreams. I am so happy you are here. I am re-recording this episode. I recorded this a few days ago and turns out midway through, it just stopped recording and my computer did not alert me to this. So here we are again. I wanted you to be able to hear this without any weird glitches or anything, because this is a really powerful episode that you are about to listen to. This is no gimmick. This is a true strategy that I have tested and that I have proven many times. And I'm really excited about it because it's kind of unlike anything that I have done myself up until recently. And I've taught similar-ish strategies, but never in this way, never in a way that I'm about to teach you that, like I said in the intro, can be applied to just about any business with any audience size and any level of business. Like, the genius of this strategy is if you are a seasoned entrepreneur and you have a very well-established brand, this is a fantastic strategy for you. Or if you're brand new, you have a kind of disengaged, newer audience, this is a fantastic strategy for you. So let's just get into it because we have a lot of really good things to cover. So what I am talking about, this strategy that we're about to get into, what's so cool about it is obviously the ease and how it can work across the board, like I've just covered. This strategy creates trust. It attracts hot leads to your business and your brand. It warms up leads and it increases your engagement on social media. So what I am talking about is a strong, solid, low ticket offer bundle strategy. And we're going to talk about the bundle of it all here in a bit. Like I said, I'm going to actually break down what this would look like if you wanted to bring in at least an extra 10K a month with this strategy alone. So we'll get into that. But yeah, low ticket offers. Who knew, right? Some of you did know. Some of you did. This is something that I've always had a good mix of offers in my own offer suite, but never this low ticket. Because I had my own objections, like I'm sure some of you do, and we're going to go through those objections because I had them too. And I kind of drug my feet on really embracing this strategy. Also, the landscape of Instagram specifically has super changed with the introduction of tools like ManyChat. It's actually made this strategy way more feasible. Because prior to ManyChat, this would not have been really a realistic strategy because the scalability of the selling would have been really complicated. And it just wouldn't have been as good as it is now. So now that we have these tools, I started to notice this trend of more creators embracing super low ticket offers. And when I say low ticket, typically, I mean anything less than $100, but for our purposes, probably under 50. But honestly, it truly does depend on the value of the offer, because what we're looking for is enough of a stark contrast in the value of the offer versus the price. We're looking for a price point that's how am I going to get this value for this price? It almost doesn't even make sense. And that's the beauty of it. We want it to be such a no-brainer hell yes that people really don't have to think about it. Therefore, they just buy and then they get upsold to. So yeah, well, we'll talk again. We'll talk more about like the specifics of the actual offer and why this is such a thing. Like I said, it is a trend. And at first, I drug my feet because I have my strategy established, right? Like I have a good thing in my business. But what I've noticed about entrepreneurship, especially growing a business on social media, is there's going to be different waves, right? There's going to be different trends. There's going to be different buying patterns with our customers. And it's one thing if you have a very established business and what you're doing is working and you just want to stick to what's tried and true and you want to keep it super simple and not chase trends. I respect that. And that's where I was too. But then it's another thing when you have a strategy established. It works sometimes, you notice the ebbs and the flows with the economy maybe, or with the buying patterns of our customers. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to be that old grumpy entrepreneur who resists change, who resists what's currently working because we don't want to switch things up and we don't want to learn a new strategy, especially when the strategy is as easy and a no-brainer for us as what we're about to get into in this episode. So I finally had this moment where I was like, why am I fighting this? Like, why not just test this and see where this goes? And I did. And I've been doing this for the better part of the year. And it is so much fun and it is so effective. And I'm just like, how can we do this in more ways? Like, it really is a joy to do this strategy. And I'm very, very thankful that I get to teach it to you and to my clients. So in just a second, we're going to go through some of those objections because I know some of you are probably sitting here and you're not quite sold on it yet because you have the same fears that I did. So I'm going to nip those in the bud for you because when I finally did that for myself, it was very helpful. And again, it allowed me to like jump on the wave and ride it and reap the benefits, which I want that for you. And then we'll get into the actual strategy of it all. Now, I will say this. Obviously, there's only so much that I can articulate to you via a podcast. There is like, it would be a lot more helpful for you to have a visual aspect where I can actually like show you these offers broken down and I can give you more of my own examples. So I am hosting a free masterclass on this. It's called Low Ticket Freedom. As you listen to this, the day that this comes out is the day that I'm teaching this masterclass and it will be for free. You can watch it in the future, but it's not going to be for free. This is actually like an actual training marketed as a masterclass. You know, I love to do that. I'm not like a theory masterclass person. I'm like a hardcore strategy. Like it's a class. But what I've decided to do is for podcast listeners only. No matter when you listen to this episode, if you go to the link in the show notes, you can get the recording for free. So don't tell anybody. It's just for y'all because everybody else who doesn't listen to the podcast is going to have to buy. So that is my thank you for you. So if you like this and you want to learn more about how to like do this with your type of business and you want to see like in this masterclass, I break down how to brainstorm this yourself and so many other things. I'll cover it more at the end of this episode, but I just want to give you a heads up. The masterclass is going to be way more visual and probably even more helpful, definitely more helpful than what I can articulate in a podcast. But what we're about to share is going to get you started. Okay, so why low ticket? Why we want to do this? Very obvious in a lot of different ways, but let's go through them. Number one, low ticket offers are a very easy yes. It's an easy, I guess, like low barrier to entry for people who don't have a lot of money to invest, but want support and want to work with you, and new people who maybe have been eyeing you and your brand for a bit, or again, maybe you're in a newer business. So people are like, I think I want to work with her, but I'm not quite sure yet. So when you put a super juicy, high value, low ticket offer in front of them, it's a very safe bet for them to be able to say, okay, let me try this out. Let me see how this goes. And when they love it because you over deliver in this offer, then sales after that are way easier for them. The next yeses are way more easy. Another great part of this strategy is the volume and quality of leads. So since it's low ticket, it's such a no-brainer yes. And the way that you're going to promote it is going to be so strategic, you're going to get a lot of sales. The volume of yeses, the volume of leads coming through your business is going to be higher versus if you were selling something mid or high ticket. And if you design the offer well and super strategically, designed for a very specific type of client, then the quality of leads are also high for you. And then, like I kind of just alluded to, but I just want to really highlight for you, the first yes is always the hardest, right? The first time somebody invests with you when they're a little newer to you or they've never worked with you before, that usually takes a little bit more thought and consideration for most people. But again, when you give them an incredible experience, then future yeses are way easier. And when you're in business for a few years, what most people come to find, and I have found this to be true myself, most of your money comes from repeat customers, from loyal, hopefully lifelong customers who love you. They love the way that you teach. They love the value that they share, and they feel loyal and want to support your business. So again, this strategy is so fantastic because it gives this such low, easy barrier to entry with new people in your world. And when you blow their mind, then they want to stay because they're like, oh my gosh, she's giving this much value for this much money. Wow, let me see what her mastermind is all about or whatever. Okay. So here are the objections that I had when it came to this strategy that I'm sure some of you have that I just want to nip in the bud for you. The first, well, this isn't something that I had because I know how the algorithm works, but I know some of you might be thinking, well, I have a small audience and right now I'm averaging, 1 to 2 comments a post, maybe a few comments on a post, if any. So if I want to get people to buy something low ticket, like obviously in order to make significant amount of sales, I need more traffic. I need more engagement on my stuff. And by the way, hold on, let me back up just a smidge because I kind of meant to explain this earlier. How this works is you create this low ticket offer. Again, that's a no-brainer, and you promote it on your social media and you utilize ManyChat, right? So like you've seen people do this on Instagram. You've seen probably on my Instagram. If not, go look at my posts. I make a piece of content. I promote a low ticket offer and I say, hey, if you want 100 money stacking content prompts sent directly to your inbox for $10, comment content. So I will get like dozens, sometimes hundreds of people commenting content. And then they get taken to that offer and then they get upsold to. So we'll go more into that, but just like high level, that's how that works. So anyway, back to the objections. And I've actually had a conversation with a client about this because she was like, look, I love this strategy for you because you look at all the engagement you get on your content. So you get those sales. For me, it's hard enough for me just to get like a handful of comments, if any. So how would this work for me? It's because you haven't been trying this strategy. So if you go and look at my content, and I encourage you after this episode, go peruse my Instagram. It's at Allie I. Reeves. Scroll some of my stuff. You will see not long ago, maybe like a week or two ago, or depending on when you listen to this, go look at like some earlier September content. You will see I was promoting a high ticket mastermind. I didn't even talk about like how much it was in the post, but it was clearly like, if you've been to my world, you know, it's going to be an investment because it's high touch and close proximity in a few weeks. Okay. The comments on those posts compared to the comments and the amount of engagement on posts for a lower ticket thing are night and day. Night and day, because it's a different type of offer. Not everybody is in the market for what is understood to be a high ticket investment, like a mastermind with me, right? Therefore, it's going to get less engagement. So my point to anybody who's thinking this is like, okay, either you haven't tried the strategy in this way, or you haven't tried the strategy in this way, right? You either haven't tried the strategy at all, or it hasn't been in a way that actually works, which I'm going to explain to you in this podcast and in the masterclass. So when you do this well, you automatically get more engagement from your current audience, which triggers Instagram to show that content to more people, which is going to get you even more engagement. And then if you really nail it, then Instagram's going to show it to outside audiences, which is where you really start to get that insane engagement. So this is how and why I say that this strategy can work with any type of audience. Now, you do need to know what you're doing with your content, which like success leaves clues. Go see what I'm doing. Go see what other people are doing. It's worth it to give it your full ass shot. But again, that's how that works. So no matter what audience size you have, this is why that works. Another objection I know that I had was, is this going to hurt the way that people look at my brand? Like, will people only start to begin to expect low ticket from me if I'm offering all this value at a low ticket price? And the answer is maybe some people, but when you start to understand and when clients understand the different levels of value, you notice that like the right clients, they find their way to you, right? And if anything, with this strategy, you're widening your net of the amount of clients that you're pulling into you. And out of those people that you catch with the low ticket net, there are always, always, always a percentage of those people who understand the value of close proximity to you, who want more hands-on support. So this low ticket offer that you're going to be creating is totally done for you. It is like an instant download, a pre-recorded something. It includes no live support, no custom feedback at all. So for some people, that's fantastic. And that's all that they want. And that's great. So we get to support them. But other people, they will want that extra support. And you get to create those offers where they can get that. But as far as like your type of business, I just said this in my video kind of looks, I hope that this is not messing up. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. I just said this in my stories, but there are different types of businesses out there, right? There are boutique style businesses that only sell high ticket, super, super high ticket, high custom, think like couture type value businesses, okay? Think like luxury level businesses. There are those, and that is an option for you. Now, if that is your goal, you are absolutely allowed to do that. It is a fantastic strategy. So this would not be the strategy for you, 100%, right? That would be like Louis Vuitton creating a $10 bag. It wouldn't make sense. Like it would be very confusing and that would probably hurt their brand. You would never see that happen. So if your goal is to be a luxury only brand, this wouldn't be for you, but you need to be damn good and all in on creating a luxury level experience and knowing how to sell to the people who are looking for that experience at that price point. Okay. Or you can have a business like me where I sell a mix. I have higher ticket, more hands-on, luxury level offers, and then I have mid and middle of the road type offers, and then I have low because I want to help as many people as possible. And I know that as you continue to grow and move up the ladder and become more successful yourself, if you like the things that I put out, you'll want to continue to work with and invest with me. So I love that business model and that strategy. You get to decide, but you want to like kind of feel that out. So for me, this still made sense and it doesn't hurt my brand. And I wouldn't believe that it would anyway. And then finally, I know a common thought, and this is another thing that I just worked through with another client is, well, let me just take you through the scenario because I think this will be helpful for you. So I was working with a client and she had this ebook that she had put like all of this work into and was selling this ebook for like $200 because there was a ton of value in it. But it was an ebook, okay? And what she had found was like nobody was buying this thing. She was promoting it, had put a ton of work into it. It certainly wasn't for the lack of trying, but I think maybe out of all the time she had been promoting this, which was months, she got maybe one sale from this. She made like $200 from all of this effort, okay? Well, when I was looking at her different offers and we were coming up with a good strategy for her, I came up with the idea. I was like, look, I personally think we take this ebook and we price it around like $20 or $30, and then it can upsell into this other very strategic thing that she had in her offer suite. And she looked at me and she was like, stunned, she was like, wait, what do you mean? Like I'm selling it $200. I put all this work into it. It has all this value. Like would that hurts my heart to even think about lowering it that much. But also, is that even okay to like take it? Somebody bought it for $200. Now it's going to be $30. Like, and the answer is yes, it's okay. And here's the way that you want to think about it. Would you rather sell a couple of these at $200 in the span of your career or the span of a year or whatever? Or would you rather sell dozens, if not hundreds of them at $30, make more money and support more people? And then out of those people, they upgrade into the next thing because now they're in your world and they see the amount of value that you give with these offers. And she sat there and she thought about it and she resisted a little bit, but she eventually came around. And I think it was like a week later after putting this out there, she had already sold a couple of these. And one or two of the people who bought the ebook at that new price point then upgraded to like a $200 thing. So already she's making more than she had made with the initial price point of it all, with this new low ticket bundle type strategy, which was very exciting. So I do understand that it can be hard to take something that you've worked so hard on, but that's the way that I would think about it. Like what would serve you in your business more, to sell a couple of these at a higher price point or way, way more at a lower price point, get people into your world and then upsell them on additional offers that you have in your business. You get to decide. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, by the way, as you listen to this, the day that this comes out is September 30th, but then October 1st is the next day. So it's time for a new theme of the month. And I've decided the theme for October is Just Do It October. We're going to do like Nike and we're going to just do the damn thing. So I have some incredible ideas for us in the podcast for the month of October. We're going to get spooky with it. We're going to get vibey and we're going to tap into some magic. So be looking forward to that. And we're going to start right now and we're just going to do the damn thing. Okay. Let's break down this $10K a month minimum strategy that you can implement immediately. So here's what we're going to do. This strategy, and I'm about to throw a lot of math at you, but the math is mathing. It works. So you don't have to like follow along. You just trust my calculations because they're accurate. But I am going to be throwing a lot of numbers at you. You just need to pay attention to the higher level part of the strategy. So $10K per month selling a $44 offer. So if you're doing the math right now, I do not want you to divide 10,000 by 44 because that's not what I'm talking about. You do not need to sell 227 $44 offers. You can, that would be amazing because that means that you would actually make way more money than 10K. And I'll explain why in just a second. But the average person is not going to sell 227 of a $44 offer, at least in the span of a week or two. But that's okay. We actually only need to sell 10 spots, 10 $44 offers per post. And here's why. So what you would do is you're going to make one post on Instagram, one good solid post that actually gives value, that actually captures the attention of your ideal client with a very clear call to action for your juicy, high value, very specific $44 offer. Okay. You're going to link it to ManyChat and you're going to say comment blah, blah, blah below. And I will send you this offer. All we need to do is sell 10 of these per post. This is what I mean when I say any type of business, any level of business, and any audience size can do this. I don't care who you are. I don't care how green you are. I don't care how small your audience is. We can get 10 no-brainer sales on our posts. If you know what you're doing with content, and if you don't, keep listening to this podcast and keep listening. I got things coming for you. But that is so figure outable and it is so realistic and so doable. So you sell 10 of these, that's $440 from one post. And that's just on the front end. Just on the front end, $444. Now, here's where the magic happens. So they go and they buy the the $44 offer. And when they purchase, they then get taken to a strategic upsell for a one-time, very juicy deal to get something else that's complimentary to the $44 offer, and it's priced at $34. And again, it's a no-brainer. It's like, wow, okay, I need this too. So out of those 10 people that bought the first offer, 5 of them decide to get upsell number 1 and buy the $34 deal. So that right there is an extra $170. We love it. And then out of those 5 people, they get hit again with upsell, the final upsell number 2, which presents them with another even better, insane complimentary offer. That is an absolute no-brainer. This time, this is $22. And out of the 5 people, 3 of them say yes to the second offer, which is now an extra $66. So now from one Instagram post selling a $44 offer, you just made $676 from one post. Tell me your social media isn't worth it now. Tell me the time you're spending creating content isn't worth it now. That's what I thought. Okay, but here's where it gets even juicier. So you see that and you're like, oh my God, hold on. I almost made $1,000 from one post. Let's keep doing that. So you rinse and repeat that strategy. You do it about 4 times a week, which is so freaking doable for everybody. I don't care who you are. And let's say on average, you hit those numbers, the same numbers that we just went through, about on average, okay? So let's say you do 4 times a week. So that's about average $2,704 to be exact, dollars that you made from those 4 posts. And you do that for a month. And now you just made $10,816. Obviously, that number is going to vary depending on how each post does. Sometimes some might do better, some might do worse, whatever. But that's what we're looking at. Do you love me or do you love me? I mean, come on. That is so hot. All right. So this is so doable, guys. And what we're looking at, just like high level with these offers, again, they're done for you, which means that they're scalable, right? It's something that people can instantly download or get, and it's one-to-many. There's no custom support. In the masterclass, I actually give a bunch of different ideas for done-for-you offers if you sign up for that. But we're looking for one main offer that's priced low ticket, and then 2 complementary upsell offers that are natural complements to the first offer or logical next steps to that first offer, all with a very specific solution, priced obviously very low and easy, yes. And you can always sell higher ticket other times and elsewhere. Okay. So what I did and where this converted super, super well for me was I had, just like to give you an example, I created a done for you course called Create Money Stacking Offers Now. I'll link all these, by the way, in the show notes if you want them. Create Money Stacking Offers Now. That was originally priced at $37. I tested this a few different ways, but this is like one funnel that I did. So it was priced at $37. And then it upsold to the next logical step, which was make money stacking sales now. So you create the offers. Now we need to make the sales. So that was the first upsell, priced at $22. And then the next and final upsell after that was 100 money stacking content ideas, which was priced at $10. So I took that $37 original offer and multiplied it to either a $59 offer or a $69 offer, depending on who got the upsells. And this funnel converted at over 60%, which if you Google funnels and upsell conversions, that is beyond excellent. Like what's considered good is in the 20%. This converted in the 60s. I nailed it. So that's it. That's it. It's so easy. Your mama could do this. Your grandma could do this, you guys. If you are not doing this, just freaking do it. Have fun with it. Why not? And if you want more hands-on support with this and you want to see the visuals and you want me to help you come up with a strategy to brainstorm this yourself and hear like the secrets of the perfect upsell and the secrets of the high converting offer trifecta and my high converting offer strategy for your posts and your stories, I could not encourage you more to join me in Low Ticket Freedom. Even if you're listening to this in the future, the podcast audience only gets the recording for free. So we will link that in the show notes. I go through so many different things. So you can just check out the page and see if you want to dive in, but why not? It's free. Just do it. All right. I love you. I hope this was helpful. I'm excited to hear about your low ticket offers. When these pop off for you, please come find me and tell me and let me celebrate with you because that's amazing. Okay. I love you. See you next week. Bye.